Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social U. It is time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central to talk to you about social media tips, tricks, and trends. This month, it's all about getting ready and prepared to do an awesome marketing job in January and the rest of the year. We've talked about content calendars. What else we talked about? We've talked about back to basics, how to self audit, how to create your own content calendar. And this week, I want to talk to you about tools to stay on track, get organized, and stay organized. And I am going to highlight some of our team's favorites. And every single one of the tools I'm going to talk about today, we actually use on the regular. So I hope it will help you as much as it helps us. Okay, first and foremost, you really have to have a content calendar. We talked about a content calendar last week. If you missed that, please go back and check it out. We have a free template that you can download. The link is in the comments. I will put the link in the comments again today so that you can access that. It's a great starting point. It gives you a 2-week rotation for 2 platforms. We listed Facebook and Instagram, but of course you can use them for any platform. But it does give you a rotation for 2 platforms, and you can customize it to make it your own. Once you have, and of course, everything this month is kind of leading up to now, getting back to basics, checking where you are, checking your statistics, going through and self-auditing so you can figure out which 2 platforms you really want to focus on this year, and then creating a content calendar for both of those platforms. Now let's talk about tools to make your life easier. Asana. Asana basically allows you to set reminders. It's a great project management tool. It's an organizational tool that can help you keep an entire team, not just yourself, but an entire team on track and manage your work. It is a wonderful tool that we use for social media content. How does that work? Well, we have a new client. We set them up in Asana. It allows us to go in and do a week or a day or a month at a glance where we can put graphics and captions. It lets the client go in behind us and check that information, give their input, maybe make an edit, a note. All of that information stays in Asana. It notifies you the second that there's a note that's been added, and then we can go back and make the edits before it gets posted. And that way we know we're talking in our client's actual voice. It is free. We use the free version almost always. There is a paid version that's $9.99 a month. If you have a big old team, it's $19 a month. But I mean, free. We almost always use free. The other organizational project management tool we use is something called Trello. We use that more for our internal communications. Asana we use for external. Trello we use for internal. Trello is how we really communicate with each other. It allows us to keep information private, so we have passwords and our clients' information, logos, brands, all that stuff is in Trello. We set it up so that each client has their own board, each employee has their own board. We have it so that you can literally, it's so easy. If I do like a brain dump of a to-do list, I can take an item from my list and put it on Madison's board or put it on Becky's board. And that way it notifies them immediately and they know that there's something that needs to be done. Free, I've used the free version of Trello always. I cannot imagine getting to a point where you have to pay for it. I guess if you have enough people who have access to it, it does become what they consider to be a small team. A standard Trello, if you do pay for it, it's $5 a month, and a small team is $10 a month. That's it. That's all there is. But it really is the ultimate project management tool. You could start a board in seconds. It's great for to-do list. Because you do actually have a list feature inside Trello where you can make a list and check them off. And this is especially helpful if you do the same thing over and over. So and I'll use realtor as an example. If you're a realtor and there's certain things that you do to prepare a house to show it, you can duplicate that to-do list for any new house that you have, and then just go through and check them off as you go. You update the address or the client name on the new board and then move forward. It would work if you're a wedding planner and you have a master to-do list or day of list or the shower list or the rehearsal dinner list. You can duplicate all those lists and keep them on a board, and then keep all of those boards on one master board, keep all those cards on one master board so that you can go in and look at a specific event or a specific list. Very cool. Easy to use. The next thing is Google Drive. It is free. Google Drive is part of Google's cloud system. It's a platform used to write that we use to write blogs and papers. So when we have, I've been doing this for a while, and I've experienced a lot of really horrible stuff over the years. We have had websites in the past that have crashed and we've lost blog content. So now I like to have a backup just to make sure everything's available to us. When we write a blog for a customer, it goes into a folder inside their folder in Google Drive. Graphics go into the folder. It just makes it so much easier. It's an easy point of reference if we're looking for blog topics to make sure that we're not repeating ourselves. It works great. It is free. You can, if you have enough video and graphics in there, you might pay for cloud storage. I have so much in my Google Drive because we do a ton of video and slides and images, just a ton. So I think I pay $2 a month for storage. Worth it. Totally worth it. Google Calendar is also a great tool. It's free also. We have an office calendar for people to put vacations, so I can, never look at them because I have some sort of weird mental block about that. But they can put them on there. We can put meetings and all that kind of stuff. It's a great tool. If you are on the go, there's an app for your Drive and there's an app for your calendar, but it's easy to look at on desktop if you would rather do desktop than handheld. The next tool that we use on the regular is an item called Calendly. It is we use the free version. You can do the paid version, but most of the time free is fine. If you do pay for it, it's like $8 a month, depending on the features that you want. But it literally lets you say goodbye to those back and forth emails. Hey, I'm available to talk Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday doesn't work for me. What about Thursday morning? I can't do Thursday morning. I can do Thursday afternoon. No more of that. You can send them a link. You've already preset all of your availability so that people can check, oh, I'm available here and here. They pick the time they want. They sign up with whatever information you make mandatory. So for us, I want to know your name and the phone number to reach you and what industry you're in and an email. Simple. It lets you share your availability with one link. It connects to your calendar. It automatically shows the times that you have to meet, and you can really seriously automate it. And it does send reminders. So it's just a really neat tool, especially for free. Todoist is a to-do list. It's a standalone to-do list. I would rather work inside the to-do list in Trello just because I think that's easier and it's one less thing for me to have to go look at or worry about. There is a free version of Todoist. If you do pay for it, it's like $6 a month. It does allow you to become a little bit more focused because it's, again, standalone to-do list. You can add tasks. You can, it just helps you. Again, I do so much better like with the brain dump. If I put everything I've got to do in a list and it kind of clears up my head. So that's one great reason to have a to-do list. Toggle is another tool that we use on the regular. It is free. I think every single one of my team members uses the free version. If you want to pay, their starter pack is $10 a month, but we use the free version. It's an organization tool. It's an app to track and manage how you spend your time. So if you have employees, no matter what kind of employee, they can do it on their phone. It's like a time clock on their phone. It allows them to track. But to me, the cool thing is it automatically generates a pie chart so you can see how much time is allocated for each task. So if one of my team members has 5 clients and I notice in the pie chart one client is taking half of their time, that's skewed. So it allows me to go and take a closer look at kind of how that time is being allocated. It's a great way to see at a glance what's happening. You can use it for yourself if you want to keep up with how much time you're spending on different social media platforms. If you don't have a screen time feature that you engage on your phone, you can use Toggle to track and manage how you spend your time doing any of your tasks. And if you bill by the hour, or if you are an independent business owner, it's a great reminder. Oh yeah, did I build in that administrative hour for the time that I spent doing invoices because that's how long it took me. It shows you where your time goes and how much time you spend on each application. It makes it so easy for you to manage and organize. It helps you prioritize your day, and it offers advanced features like idle detection that helps you monitor the time of the days when you're most productive and when you're not most productive. So those are the tools that we use the most on the regular. The other thing I would tell you is scheduling tools are huge. Facebook only wants you to schedule inside Facebook. There are a couple of tools you can use, but they don't like that. So they tend to, Facebook's going to do what Facebook's going to do. You can schedule Instagram and Facebook posts through Creator Studio and Facebook, which I highly recommend. If you are scheduling LinkedIn or Twitter, you can schedule that through Hootsuite. Hoot, Hoot, like the noise an owl makes, and suite like 2 hotel rooms, Suite. Great scheduling tool. It is free up to 3 platforms. So LinkedIn and Twitter, 2 platforms. So that would be totally free. And one of my favorite things that you can use for Hootsuite, you can get it for analytics. I think the analytics feature is a little expensive, but for the scheduling tool, it's awesome. And you can create your own dashboard. Okay, Twitter can be kind of confusing to keep up with, but inside Hootsuite, I have a Twitter dashboard. It shows me my tweets. It shows me everywhere my name or company name is mentioned. It shows me scheduled tweets, and it shows me comments and direct messages, and I can see it all at one glance right there in front of me, which is just, it makes it so much easier. If you do want a separate tool to schedule Instagram, Planoly is one of my favorites. It's free for a single account, so you can't be like a social media manager and have multiple accounts. Well, you can, but it costs money to do that. So if you want to do it for free and it's just you and your one account, Planoly works great. It allows you to see your posts at a glance, and they appear in that same grid format that Instagram does, so you can kind of get a better feel for how it's going to look. You can schedule YouTube inside of YouTube. You cannot yet schedule TikTok. I hope they will have a tool for that by the end of the year. Pinterest can be scheduled through a tool called Tailwind, Tailwind. It's free, totally free. And I love it because if you go in and you're blogging, because of course you're blogging, that's good for your business. You can schedule all those graphics through Tailwind to automatically be added to Pinterest. So you don't have to go in there and manually do it all the time. And I want to say that's all of the major platforms. Of course, there's other platforms, but those are the big ones. Again, just a quick recap. For Facebook and Instagram, you want to stay in Facebook. You can do Instagram with Planoly. Twitter and LinkedIn are going to go through Hootsuite. Pinterest goes through Tailwind. YouTube is YouTube. And TikTok, it's organic. So you can't really schedule quite yet. But hopefully by the end of this year. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I will have a schedule for you by the end of this week that will include all of February, so you can see what's coming and decide which days you want to come and get information from us. If you're catching the recording, feel free to leave a comment. Happy to answer questions. You can also send a direct message. And until next week, I am Karen with Social U, and I'm here to help. Thanks.